salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott. You are in the Prog Corner. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that kind of stuff to all my viewers around the world. Today, it's an awesome episode I've got in store for you guys. Lucky you. Oh, the algorithm did you right. If you're new here, welcome. Anyway, boys and girls, it's the top 16 epic tracks of 2024, and I am employing the Chris Squire rule, which means it has to be 15 minutes longer or more. I know a lot of people go 10 minutes or longer, 12 minutes or longer. Notes Reviews over on their channel just did their top epics and went with 17 minutes or longer. It's all arbitrary, but we're going with the 15-minute rule because Chris Squire said so, even though we know he was just gatekeeping for Awaken, but that doesn't matter. Before we get to number 16, just a quick shout out to Unit, who sent me their new record. It's called Am Yisrael Chai. And the title track on here is over 18 minutes long, so it does qualify, but I haven't heard it yet, so sorry, fellers. Sorry, Andy Martin, Keelan Knight, and Colin Morrell. I will let you guys know how I feel about it, but anyway, here we go. Let me grab my little cards here, the 4x6 cards of destiny. And at number 16... oh, it probably would have ranked a little bit higher, but it's 4 seconds too short, so it really shouldn't be here at all. But, I don't want to be Permit Patty here today. It's Winding Paths by the Swiss band Flame Dream. Off their new album, Silent Transition. Here's a band I didn't think we'd ever hear from again. In fact, this is their first album in 38 years, which is kind of crazy. Real good, yes-inflected kind of stuff. A fantastic record. But yeah, like I said, it would have gone a little bit higher had it been 4 seconds longer. Shame on you at number 15. We're going to Oslo, Norway, and a band called Infringement, and they put out a record this year called Black Science and White Lies. 2 songs, both were epics. One was called, yeah, you get it, Black Science, and one was called White Lies. I'm going with the Black Science song. They're both great. This was 22, almost 23 minutes long. Fantastic. This is actually the band's third album. Band started by Stig Andre Clayson from Windmill. If you like the Windmill, you'll love this band. Infringement, good stuff. Love it. At number 14. Oh, we're staying up in the Nordic countries. And today at number 14, it's Kornmo with Huldras Halle. I think is how you pronounce it. Kornmo, Norwegian band. On Apollon Records. This is their 4th album. I guess they're from Trondheim. And let's see, the album is called, oh boy. No. Don't do this to me. It's Varjevnegdognesnat. But trust me, man, I know that sounded terrible. Trust me when I tell you, you got to check out Kornmo. They're a 3-piece band. They're instrumental, but they're awesome. This track's like 19 minutes long. There's like 4 epics on this album. Really, really cool. At number 13, it's Outer Light from Dilemma. The great Dutch band. This is their 3rd album, and the song is 15 minutes and 40 seconds, so clearly it belongs here. It's the last song on their latest album called, what's the latest album by Dilemma called? The Purpose Paradox. There we go. I didn't write it down. I should have written it down. This is the band with Colin from the Neil Morris Band, the European version of the Neil Morris Band. But you've also got Christopher Gildenlow on bass now on this band. And, you've heard of Buckethead, right? Well, that's a weird name. How about a lead singer named Woodstick? That's Dilemma. It's really good if you like Neil Morris Band, if you like, AOR inflected, heavier prog. Dilemma's outstanding. At number 12, we're going back to the United States of America, boys and girls, with the Emerald City Council and the epic off their debut album. It's called Platforms of Illusion. It's 20 minutes long. This was Brent Bristow's very first attempt at writing an epic, and man, he nailed it. This is a terrific song. To me, it's the highlight off that album, Motion Carries, which was the best debut album of 2024, according to me. Brent Bristow is joined by Kerry Livgren's nephew, Jake. David Hungate's son, Noah's on drums, and Seth Hankerson and Jeremy Nichols. Fantastic. At number 11, oh, it's The Chariot by Circe Link and Christian Nesmith. Yeah, that's Christian Nesmith is Mike Nesmith's son, and it's just cool to hear him going 100% prog. The album was Arcana, and the Epic kind of closed the album, 15 minutes long, but all the songs are, well, only 4 or 5 songs on there. They were all kind of long, but this is the only one that actually qualified. But it's an outstanding song, a good way to end a really good album that actually made my top 25 for the year. At number 10, we're going to Sweden, and it's Kaipa, Hans Luden's band. Brand new album, Some Grinningslus. Included quite a few songs that qualify, but to me, the best of them was Spiderweb Train, 15 minutes and 32 second song. Just amazing. Hans Luden really knows how to stretch out a piece of music to make it breathe and to, explore different sonic territories. I love Kaipa. Such a great band. At number 9. Oh, yeah. All the way from British Columbia, it's Versa and the one and only Epic off their new album, Voyage of Destination Part 2, is called Artemis. Fantastic track. I love this album. The album is structured so cool. You think you're kind of listening to like this weird indie post-rock band, and then towards the end of the album, they just stick this giant epic, and it's just so awesome. The song is sung by Michael True, who we probably know from Moon Letters and Samurai of Prague. A fantastic track, 17 minutes, 31 seconds of awesomeness. At number 8, back to Norway we go with Tusmorka and Dawn of Oberon, the opening track and title track from their latest album. I think is their 9th album or something, or 12th if you include the children's albums. I feel kind of bad because this is the first year in a while that I did not have Tusmorka in my top 25. It's a fantastic album, but to me, the problem with this album was that Epic started it and it was just so great. And then the rest of the album I kind of forgot about it. Didn't really matter that much. But the Epic, man, 17, almost 18-minute track, goes through all kinds of fun changes. Everything I love about Tusmork right there. Such a great song, such a great band. At number 7, I'm going with This Is Not the End Part 1 by Present. Oh, this is 26 and a half minutes of this is the soundtrack to my nightmares. I mean, the sounds are so ugly and they're coming from all over and it doesn't make any sense. I've talked about Present before, how their music kind of reminds me of going to IKEA and buying this really big piece and you take it all out on the floor and you got pieces everywhere and it doesn't make not one bit of sense, right? And then slowly but surely as you organize stuff and you read the directions or try to figure out what those, stick figures are doing there. I don't know, but Roger Trigo was in Universe Zero. This band started out as like a spin-off, and they put out several albums, and he died right in the middle of recording this album, and the rest of the band, went forward and put this thing together. Apparently this is their 8th album. Maybe it's their last album, but the title says this is not the end, right? In capital letters. So I'm assuming it's not the end, like Angelumailu. What's her name? What's that poet's name? She said, if somebody tells you who they are, believe them. At number 6, it's Beardfish, Out in the Open. And some people are saying this should not necessarily be considered because it's in a multi-part. And I get that, right? Sometimes you don't want a multi-part suite to be considered as one piece of music. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Here, these songs are kind of standalone, as it were. But then you look at like Marillion on their last couple albums, and they have all their epics chopped up. So I don't care, whatever. It's amazing. It works out to be like over 20 minutes, the 5 parts, goes through so much of everything that makes Beardfish such an interesting and fun band. Maya Angelou. At number 5, boys and girls. Oh yeah, I told you this is going to be an epic episode, and I was not wrong, was I? At number 5, oh, it's getting good here. I'm talking about the Neil Morse project called Neil Morse and the Resonance. Brand new band for this cat, and the song I'm picking is the title track. No hill for a climber. It's almost 29 minutes, but the last couple minutes kind of don't count because it's like, like some strings and reprise and stuff. So, they probably should have chopped it down to like a 25 or 26 minute piece, but whatever, man. This song is incredible. Neil Morris is joined by Chris Riley, Andre Madadian, Philip Martin, and Joe Gonzalez on this track, and it's got probably the best passage of music I heard this year on it. That whole "It Won't Quit, Burn It Down," that "Burn It Down" section is amazing. At number 4 for top epics of the year, who's going to be at number 1? My mind is ready to explode. I can't believe how excited I am here. It's number 4, and it's Beneath the Masts by Big Big Train. Their 17.5-minute masterpiece off their new album, The Likes of Us, which of course, showcased to the world the talents of the brand new singer, Alberto Brevin, and Oscar, too, his first album in the band. Such a great song, such a great album. Some people are saying that maybe The Likes of Us didn't have any staying power. I still go back to it quite a bit. I love the shorter tracks. I love the longer tracks. I'm just a big old Big Big Train fanboy, so, take it with a grain of salt, whatever I have to say. At number 3, I'm going with John Anderson and the Band Geeks, and it's Once Upon a Dream. 16 minutes and 32 seconds of just awesome callbacks to every single era of Yes. And, that's kind of what the magic of True really was that, John had never made a record in his entire solo career that sounded like Yes, right? This is the only time he actually attempted to do that. And man, he nailed it. This song is so great. And I especially like the fact that it opens up with that Tales from Topographic Ocean sounding chant thing. It's just amazing. Kudos to the Band Geeks for putting together an amazing record in such a short amount of time. That's so un-John Anderson-like, right? It usually takes him like 30 years to put something out. So thank you, Richie, and all the guys from the Band Geeks for making that happen, for kicking John in the backside and motivating him a little bit. At number 2, second best epic of the year. I'm going with Life in the Wires Part 2. And this is 15 minutes, 51 seconds. It's off the album by the same name, the 5th album by Frost. Oh, this thing's great. This is definitely a return to what people were kind of wanting from Frost. Everybody loved Million Town, right? Then Experiments and Mass Appeal kind of, people were scratching their head, and, Falling Satellites is real Marmite. Some people love it, some people hate it. The last one, Day and Age, people loved it, people hated it. This one here, I think everyone's going to love, right? Because it's got everything we love about Frost, all tied up in a cute little bow. It's awesome. But at number 1, the best epic of 2024, according to me, it's The Anachronism by The Tangent. Actually, The Tangent for one, in as much as this latest album by The Tangent, To Follow Polaris, was just Andy Tillison. He did everything on this thing, man. He played guitar, he played keyboards, he played the drums, he played the woodwinds, he played the sax, he played this, he played, I don't know what all he played. He played everything, he produced it, obviously wrote all the songs, even did the album cover artwork. The 13th album by The Tangent was no drop off in quality whatsoever. Andy Tillison is kind of the king. He's not kind of the king. He is the king of the epics, man. When I was kind of counting like how many epics Yes had and how many, Roy Nostal had, I figured it'd be like some kind of close competition. It's not. Andy Tillison, the king of the epics, and The Anachronism, the best epic of 2024, according to me, and that's all that counts. Anyway, if you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you really like it, subscribe to the Prog Corner, and if you're in love with my crazy shtick that I do here, you can become a member, hit the join button. Be sure to hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of this great content. You know the drill. You know how everything works, boys and girls. And Sunday, Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, we're going live with the live Sunday Prog stream. And this week, we're going to be doing our 2024 wrap-up show with many of your favorite personalities from around YouTube. We've got Notes Reviews coming on here. We've got Nathan on Shuffle. We've got Kevin from Prog Radio. Wayne and Cody will be here. You know, all the usual suspects. You know how it goes. Anyway, boys and girls, I love you. Peace in the Middle East. Free the Ukraine. God bless America and save that king. I'll see you on the hippity hoppity. Peace.